What I'm doing is I'm filling up from the bead track down to the bottom, bringing the rope caulk down onto the gasket by approximately 1/8 of an inch. You'll see a completed view of that in 1 second. That is what the rope caulk should look like in its completed view. Now we're going to go over to the left-hand side of the skimmer and do the same thing. The reason I'm taking this much time on this process is this is very, very critical. You will be doing this same process at the step termination block area also. It's an exact view of the same process we're doing here, but needs to be done at the bottom termination block, which is right here, which I'm showing you right here. That same rope caulk process gets done right there. Now we're going to get ready to hang the liner into the track. Understand that the liner bead can only go in from the bottom first and then roll the top of the bead in to the top. Bottom of the bead needs to go into the track first and then roll the top of the bead into the track. Here's the liner bridging across the face of the skimmer. Again, I'm pushing the bead from the bottom in first and then rolling the top in place. Right here, this is a butt connection. You remember how we tooled underneath where the liner bead goes in place? We tooled it with our index finger. Right here with an uncut nozzle from the Nova Guard kit, I want you to put a very, very small worm, a very small 1/8 inch worm of Nova Guard in where the bead's going to sit down in the bottom of the track. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm putting a 1-inch bead of the Nova Guard bridging across the butt connection. So now I have a seal, as you'll see in a second here. I have a seal in the bottom of the track and I have a seal on the underside of the track, making sure that we have no leaking or dripping going on there. Here it is. I'm rolling the bead back into the track, knowing that I have a seal now at the bottom. We're going to be applying the bottom skimmer extension now. Those two male tabs need to go into the female groove of that liner bead, as I'm showing you right here. It is mandatory that those two engage. And the proper layup here is I'm putting the bottom skimmer extension in place, then the Hayward OEM faceplate will go over my skimmer extensions, and then we will be applying or using the screws that I have given to you, which are 5/8 of an inch longer, going through the faceplate into the skimmer extensions and then into the skimmer body, as I'm showing you right here. I'm using this cordless drill right here, and I'm not applying a lot of force to screws. I always go back through with a number 3 handheld screwdriver and torque the screws down by hand after I'm all completed. Here's where I'm showing you that bottom skimmer extension stayed in place in the female groove of that liner bead. That's important that you inspect that. I'm showing that to you once again right here. Once again, I'm showing you I got number 3 handheld screwdriver. I'm going in and torquing them down. This is the 12-foot pieces of liner lock extrusion. Keep in mind, don't forget to clean the top of that track out, get all the grout out from inside that little 3/64 by 3/64 reveal. Put the bottom of the liner lock in first, and you will see the top part of that liner lock snap in place, as I'm showing you right here. What I'm showing you here is that there's a bottom piece of extrusion which is larger. That goes into the female slot of the liner bead. And the angular piece, which is at the top, actually is the top part of that snap-in. And that will snap into the top of the TruTile track. So I'm showing you right here, I'm actually feeling that liner lock extrusion snap in place. If you can't hear snap in place, you did not get it in properly. Now we're getting ready to cut the window frame, as I call it, out of the liner here. And this is where I'm going to show you what a completed rope caulk installation looks like. Again, we've taken some time here to show you this carefully because this is a very, very important part right here to make sure that you've sealed that off. So using your razor knife, carefully remove the excess vinyl material from the throat of the skimmer. And what you'll see here in a moment is that after we tightened down all the screws on the skimmer, it actually extruded that rope caulk from left to right, making a seal in that area. That's what I'm showing you right here. I can actually see my rope caulk cut from when I took the razor knife and cut my vinyl out from the throat of the skimmer. You can see that you now definitely have a seal, that those two screws in the bottom skimmer extension actually extruded that rope caulk, making a seal. This is a very critical part of this job. Make sure that that has happened. And again, repeating myself, this same process will happen at the step termination block. Here's other skimmer applications. We offer to you a top mount skimmer panel. We have a 1084 and a 1085 pre-cut and pre-drilled piece of skimmer track if you wish to use this application, the top mount skimmer. Keeping in mind that this application, you do not use skimmer extensions. It's not necessary. And as we go through, I'll show you why. But you want to put NovaGuard on the face of the skimmer and then put the track in place, as I'm showing you here. And then you'll use the Hayward OEM screws to actually mount the track to the skimmer, as I'm showing you in these frames right here. Again, you will put NovaGuard on the face of the skimmer, put the track in place, and then you'll want to countersink the holes in the track so that the screws sit flush against the track face, and then go ahead and run the OEM Hayward screws into the skimmer body, just as you would a faceplate. Again, this is a top mount skimmer application. We do provide panels for this application. Here's showing where I've tiled into the skimmer body. Again, no skimmer extensions are used. This is going to be the finished look. Just like the gunite market. Real beautiful look. You also see that your liner track is continuous at the bottom of the skimmer. You do not need to cut your liner anymore using this application. Here's a completed look of a finished tiled and grouted skimmer body. This happens to be a wide mouth 1085.